Hey all, here OS Reviews. You're watching our hands-on review of the TaoTronics SoundSurge 60. These are wireless Bluetooth active noise cancelling headphones, which happens to also sell for 60 bucks. Now what's interesting here isn't really the technology. Yes, it's another pair of budget ANC headphones, but the fact that we're starting to see more and more customization in terms of colors from these entry-level headphones. This comes in a popping orange, also comes in a mint color in addition to a traditional black. So it just looks a bit more distinctive than your typical pair of low-cost headphones from just a few years back. It's actually the same trend that we've been seeing recently, because just a few weeks back we did a review on another pair of active noise cancelling headphones from DY Play that also came in a gray and pink colors. So it's a bit more interesting than just black or white. But aside from the color and the slightly more modern and sleek looking design, there's not too much that's new in terms of the technology. It has been upgraded to the latest Bluetooth 5.0 and does also support quick charging now, so you can charge it for 5 minutes and play music for over 2 hours. And the battery life will last up to 30 hours if you're using it in the regular non-ANC mode. With ANC turned on, that is around 20 hours or so. These have 40mm drivers, which are good, but not quite as large as, say, the Bluetooth T6 and the T7, which have 58mm. By the way, TaoTronics as a brand, if you're not familiar, isn't really tier 1, but they have been getting more popular recently, and they are one of the best sellers on Amazon. I would compare them with MPOW and Anchor. Now, we do have an auxiliary cable if you don't want to use wireless Bluetooth, and there's also a micro USB cable for charging. Taking a closer look at the headphones themselves, again, we have this really vibrant orange color. The texture of the headphones is actually in a matte, soft-touch rubber material, which prevents fingerprints from getting attracted to it and makes it pretty easy to grip and hold. Otherwise, the headband itself is padded in a thick layer of protein leather and memory foam. The band itself can be stretched to adjust the size, and it is etched in aluminum. Otherwise, taking a quick look at the controls, on the bottom we have the aforementioned auxiliary port. We also have the micro USB port, some microphones for the active noise cancellation, and also work for picking up your voice if you're making phone calls. Now here we have the ANC mode, which is actually a dedicated switch that can be turned on regardless of if you're paired to a phone or not. So even if you're not listening to music, just like other pairs we've seen, you can still rest or sleep in more peace. The other side features a dedicated power key, and there's also a volume rocker, which is pretty tactile and easy to press. Overall, it's a very clean design, and dimensions are very similar to other over-ear style headphones we've checked out, like the aforementioned DY Play, which are, again, almost the same. Moving into performance, let's talk about the audio quality first. Without active noise cancelling, they sound good. With that being said, just like lots of other Bluetooth headphones, if you listen really closely, you'll still find a little bit of distortion in the background. Now, the bass, in my opinion, is a little bit lacking for larger over-ear style headphones with Bluetooth 5.0. But the good news is, just like some other pairs we've checked out, whenever you turn the ANC function on, there seems to be a boost in terms of bass. It amplifies the volume ever so slightly, and more importantly, punches up the bass. Overall, mids and highs sound very pleasant. Certainly for listening to pop music, rock music, EDM type music, they do a pretty good job of getting you immersed within the sound. I still wouldn't classify them as hi-fi or audiophile grade. If you are spoiled by more expensive headphones, again, you'll probably notice that some of the details on the maybe treble or the higher notes are slightly a bit more muffled or missing. But all in all, as far as, again, for pop music, I would say that they already sound very pleasant. Now let's talk about the active noise cancelling component next. Overall, I would say it's very effective. The ANC function does not have particular adjustments, though, such as the ability for you to use it in a transparent mode and kind of reverse the active noise cancelling to hear what's happening around you, and also you can't change the intensity of the ANC between, say, low, medium, or high. With that being said, it does effectively block out, I'd say, about 90 to 92% of noise in my testing. Certainly if you're on a flight, if you're on a train, it does block out most of the engine noises around you. Any of the lower frequency sounds are effectively wiped out, and you're able to rest or listen to your music in a lot more comfort. It's not quite to the same extent as Bose's Quiet Comfort line and other really premium ANC headphones, which can block out even more noise, but for a budget pair, I would say that it performs pretty good. In fact, right on par with other brands like MPOW, as well as Bluetooth and the aforementioned DY Play. So that's more or less it for our hands-on review of the TaoTronics SoundSurge 60 active noise cancelling headphones that don't cost too much, but also add a touch of color, making it look more expensive than the price would suggest. Sound quality is solid for the low asking price, and active noise cancelling also works well enough to use as daily commuter headphones. You're not going to find too many smart features here, it's not anything too different otherwise, but as a whole, again, solid sounding, low cost, wireless ANC headphones for $60. You can learn more details if interested in the links down below, but for now that's been our video. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews. That's been the TaoTronics SoundSurge 60.